During a week where Imponderables author David Feldman celebrated his birthday, I posed the following questions. Can a Mustang catch a roadrunner? How do anteaters feel about the beach? Could a Triton vanquish a Titan? Are there really that many songs about rainbows? We'll explore those questions and more on This Is the Big West. We start with the Tuesday night showdown between Cal Poly and CSUB as John Smith and Rod Barnes have their team square off at Accardo Center. Early opportunity for Matur Dahl. He puts Cal Poly up 7 with the inside move. Kyle Colvin out of the corner, and the Mustang lead up to 9. Travis Henson wakes everyone up with a monster jam. Tough defense by Bakersfield. They have the ball down 7, and that's Henson again out of the corner. CSUB cuts the lead to 4. Here's a runner for the Runners by Justin McCall. He had 10 points on the night. Stealing the score from Caleb Higgins through the contact. He had 4 steals on the night to go with his 17 points. Persistence pays off here for Sean Stith down underneath. 16 points and 7 rebounds for him as the lead swells to 9 for CSUB. Kobe Sanders to the tin for 2 of his 12 for the Mustangs. That's just Bill Vinovich trying to make sure everything's in order. Alamami Karoma trying to get it going in the second half for Cal Poly. Here's 2 of his 18. But then Sean Stith steps outside, hits the big 3, and Caleb Higgins makes it 14 with a late 3. And that was all she wrote. Runners protect home court. They knock off Cal Poly. The Bren Center, first home game in 48 days for UC Irvine. They welcome Cal State Fullerton and Big West Player of the Week, E.J. Anisicki. First half action, Jalen Harris, 2 of his 10, an 8-point lead for the Titans. Colin Velp with the bucket for Irvine. He had 15 on 7 of 11 shooting. Here's the drive by Latrell Reitzel Jr. Tumbles to the hardwood for 2 of his 13. Titans are up 9. Fullerton goes to their player of the week, Anisecki, mid-range. He had 16 and 10 on the game. Eaters bounce back on the shooting of DJ Davis. Here's the 3 out of the corner late in the first half. But as the half winds down, Damari Milstead goes inside to the cup. The Titans' point guard ended up with 12. Second half, here's Reitzel Jr. again, using the window to make it a double-digit lead for Fullerton. Eaters come back. Here's Colin Velp again off the glass, and 1. Irvine shot just 3 free throws all night compared to 28 for the Titans. DJ Davis, left corner, nylon. He had 19. Irvine on top. Jalen Harris in the lane with the score. Fullerton back in the lead. E.J. Anisicki, the short jumper for the Titans. They're looking to close it out, feeling it at the Bren. Last chance for Irvine. Davis on the runner for the tie. Can't finish. The tip won't go. And it's heartbreak for the Anteaters. We're back to Accardo Center for the Runners and the Bows. McCall in the lane with the bucket for CSUB, pushes their early lead to 5. He ended up with a game-high 22 and 9 rebounds. Junior Madut with 3 of his team-high 17 pulls Hawaii within 2. Runners lead 28-26 at the break. Second half, Noel Coleman follows his shot, puts it back up and in. The Bows now have a 6-point lead. Hawaii by 5. Madut again dials long distance. He puts his team up by 8. But here come the runners. CSUB again calls upon McCall. He gets in the lane and cuts the lead to 1. Sean Stith doing work down inside as well for CSUB. Puts it up and in. We're all tied up. Stith finished with 10. Still a tie game, and the Bows Madut to the cutter Jerome DeRosier. Nice step through there. Hawaii back in front. Madut, working inside this time, takes it in, 2 and the foul, as Hawaii tries to close the win out on the mainland. Not so fast, says Justin McCall. He drives for an and one of his own. Has a chance to tie it. To the free throw line we go, and McCall leaves it long. The Bows get the rebound. They're able to close it out and start the road trip with a win. Now we head to the Valley for CSUN UC Davis. First half, Elijah Hardy finds Atten Wright for 3 of his 14. CSUN in the lead. Mid-range for Onyi Aisi, who ended up with 12 and 6 rebounds. Matadors hanging in the first half. Ezra Magnon doing what he does for the Aggies, off to Christian Inigwe, who had 16 and 8. We go to the locker room even at 29. Second half, Aggies by 8. Here's Inigwe finding Elijah Pepper, who had 13. They make it a double-digit lead. Matadors show some fight, though. Fidelis Okereke, one of his 7 rebounds, puts it back up and in for good measure. 5-point game. Magnon on the bounce. He had 14, takes it to the rim. UC Davis back up by 10 points in this one. Aggies move the ball. Pepper hits the 3. The lead is 13 for UC Davis. Caleb Fuller with a big night with 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. This is the coup de grace for the Aggies. They win it by 17. The song may say, "Baby, don't you go to La Jolla," but we'll tempt fate for the Tritons and the beach. Joel Murray to the cup for 2 of his 20 on the evening. Early 10-point lead for Long Beach State. Colin Slater, dead-eye left of center. It's a 17-point game. Abubakar Traore gets into the act. The putback. He had 14 and 9 on the evening. Joe Hampton with 2 of his 10. The hard way, it's a 20-point halftime advantage for the Beach. Second half, Tritons get started. Kozakowski from Encinitas. Show me your trident. He had 12 on 4 bonus buckets. Roshak later in transition. Here's 2 of his 18. He also had 9 rebounds. Lead down to single digits. UC San Diego on the move. Roshak finding Wakoria. He had 13. We have a 5-point game. But the Beach shifts into gear. The score and the flex, that's Traore. Slater with the steal and the score. He had 20 on the night, and the Beach closes it out for their 3rd in a row. Coach, I hear they have good fish tacos down here. What do you say? You keep playing like that, I'll even spring for the extra guacamole. To the Pyramid we go, Long Beach and Irvine for a Saturday matinee. Joel Murray hits for 3 of his 24, gives Long Beach the early lead. Abubakar Traore to the rim. The Beach up by 6. He had 19 to go with 7 rebounds. Eaters, though, find their rhythm. Here's Colin Velp. Foul line extended. Irvine takes the lead. Joel Murray answers back from the wing for the Beach. End of the half, here's Velp off the mark. It's 30-29 Long Beach at the break. Second half, Justin Hahn with the J. It's a 2-point game. Hampton with the lob. That's Traore. On the Hampton miss, here's Abubakar Traore again. The Beach by 13. But here come the Eaters. Hahn with 2 of his 10 on the putback. DJ Davis from the wing. It's a 1-point game. Davis again can't connect, but the tip from Velp. He had 20 and 11 for the double-double. Eaters take the lead. Slater out of the corner from the clutch 3. 64-62 the Beach. 11 and 6 to go with 3 assists for Slater. Late 3 from Hahn gives the Eaters some hope. But Traore closes it out with the steal. He also had 4 blocks on the game, 4th straight win for the Beach, 3rd straight loss for the Eaters. After a Thursday cancellation against UC Santa Barbara, UC Riverside heads to the Valley to take on CSUN. Highlanders start fast. Dom Pickett hits this 3, and he hit 4 of his first 5 on his way to 15 points. Zion pulling with 2 of his 13, and it's 11-0 Riverside. CSUN didn't get their first bucket until 5 minutes in. Pullen had 7 rebounds and 8 assists as well. Fidelis Okereke got his motor running for CSUN. Nice move here for 2 of his 12. But the steal and the dime from Pickett to Flynn Cameron for the jam. Cameron ended up with 11. Here's some Aussie to Aussie love as Dragon Elkaz finds Will Tattersall for the bucket. Elijah Hardy with some slick dribbling here and the 3, trying to shoot the Matadors back into it, but it's Riverside leading 48-30 at the break. Second half, another nice move by Okereke, who runs his streak of made field goals to 12. But Dom Pickett answers back for UC Riverside, another 3, lead to 19 for the Highlanders. So the Matadors get to the free throw line and make it a little bit closer. Here's the run out from Hardy to right. He pours the champagne. The lead is now 10. Key moment here, nice play by Tattersall. Gets a piece of it on the way up. Might have been an and 1 on the dunk for Okereke. Other side, Tattersall for 3 of his career-high 22, 9 of 11 shooting, including 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Kalen Rains with 3 of his 11. Too little too late for CSUN. UC Riverside made 13 threes on their way to their 3rd straight win. Bows on the Central Coast at Mott, taking on the Mustangs. Noel Coleman puts Hawaii up by 10 on the putback. He had 12 on the evening. Here's Bernardo da Silva with the and 1. That's 2 of his 14. Hawaii by 11. Jerome DeRosier to the hoop. 2 of his 12. He puts the Bows up 16. Time for Cal Poly to muster some resistance. Kyle Colvin going inside. Cuts the lead to 9. Cameron Pierce with the dime to Julian Franklin for the dunk. Mustangs close the half on a 9-0 run. They trim the lead to 2. Second half, Pierce with 1 of his 7 assists to Ali Karoma, who had 16 and 10. But here are the Bows getting back to work. Da Silva with the leaner inside. Lead back to 11. But Cal Poly punches back. Here's Cameron Pierce to the tin. The young Mustang growing up right before our eyes cuts the lead to 6. He had 16 on the night. But Cal Poly would get no closer. Here's Jerome DeRosier with it up and under. He makes it a 14-point lead. The Bows close it out 69-56. They're now 4-0 in Big West play. Final stop, historic Titan Gym for Cal State Fullerton and UC San Diego. Tritons feeling right at home in Orange County. Francis Wakoria with 2 of his 15. The Tritons up by 6 early. Jake Killingsworth had 16 as well. Here's 1 of his 4 3-point buckets. Early lead is 9 for UC San Diego. Here comes Tony Roshak with the handles. Tritons by 13. Well, Fullerton steps it up on the home court. Offensive rebound here by Vincent Lee. Puts it back up and in. He had 12 rebounds on the night as well to go with his 8 points. Lee with the steal. Gets it ahead. Trey Maddox feeds Damari Milstead. And the UC San Diego lead is down to 1. Late first half, Vincent Lee inside off the inbounds play. Breaks the tie and puts Fullerton on top. As the first half expires, welcome back Trey Maddox. He'd missed a couple of games. He hits the tray to make it a 46-41 Cal State Fullerton lead. Second half, Milstead dishes to Anasicki, who puts it down. He had 12 and 7 with the dunk. Jalen Harris from the right wing, he connects on a 3 to make it a 9-point Fullerton advantage. But it's Roshak with 1 of his 7 assists to Wakoria for the dunk. Wakoria shot a perfect 6 of 6 on the night. The Tritons shot nearly 59% for the game as well. Speaking of Rorschach, here he is on the nice move off the dime from Rockamore. He ends up with 20 on the evening. Titans by 2, and Latrell Reitzel really wants the 3, and he gets it. Damari Milstead with the and 1 for 2 of his 20. He was one of 5 Titans in double figures. Late in the game, Killingsworth inside, and it's a 1-point game. 1 minute to go. Can the Tritons pull off the comeback? Last chance. Kozakowski from 3. Can't connect. Ball out of bounds. Refs take a look. UC San Diego is going to get one last shot. Final shot by Bryce Pope. Close, but not quite. The Titans can now breathe easy. They take home another win to stay unbeaten in league play. Upon further review, we'll see you next week on This is the Big West.